The elevator didn't open to the authorities. Instead, three figures in charcoal gray tactical gear stepped out, their faces obscured by panoramic gas masks. The silenced muzzles of their submachine guns looked like hungry black eyes. "Don't move." Mr. Thorne, the lead operative, rasped, "Mr. Croft, you're coming with us. Insurance policies orders." Elias didn't wait for a second command. He was a clockmaker. He spent his life understanding tension and release. He grabbed a heavy, metal industrial stapler from a nearby desk and flung it at the overhead sprinkler head. The brass bulb shattered. A torrent of black, stagnant water erupted, drenching the room in a foul-smelling deluge. The operatives flinched, their thermal goggles blooming with white-out noise. "Run!" Elias hissed. Grabbing Croft's arm, they bolted for the fire stairs. Behind them, the whip of silenced rounds chewed into the drywall where their heads had been a second ago. They emerged into the rain-slicked alleyway 5 minutes later, gasping for air. The city was a grid of blue and red sirens, but the industrial district remained a dark, forgotten wound. "They aren't police," Croft wheezed. "Those are liquidators, my own security firm. Samuel must have bought their contracts months ago. He's stripping my assets while I'm still." "Breathing, then we take us away," Elias said, his eyes cold. He hot-wired a discarded courier van. "Get in, you're going to tell me exactly what's in Warehouse 42. As they tore through the deserted streets, Croft began to talk. It wasn't just a bookstore. "Elias, the shop sat on a junction of old city tunnels. Samuel was using it to move sensitive data. The fire was meant to be a data wipe, but when Clara's daughter died, the plan changed. They aren't just partners," Elias realized. "They're the architects. Every building you built, Julian, was funded by their ghost money. You were just a face, the pretty mask for a monster." Warehouse 40 stood like a monolith of rusted corrugated steel. There were no lights, no guards, and no sound. "Why invite me, Julian? Because he needs a clean hand," Croft whispered. "The vault in that warehouse, it requires the DNA of a Thorne. It needs the blood of a living." Thorne recycled the locks. Elias stepped out of the van. He looked at the massive steel door. He pressed his thumb to the glowing red panel, access granted. Thorne, Elias, the heavy bolts shrieked as they retracted. The door groaned open, revealing a cavernous space filled with rows of humming server racks, bathed in neon green light. At the very end of the hall, seated in a high-backed chair, was Clara. "You're late, Elias," she said, but just in time for the inheritance from the shadows. The scarred silhouette of Samuel stepped forward, holding a surgical kit. "Don't be afraid." Grandson Samuel ran